What's up, everybody? Head Coach Robert Gray here with Victory Performance. We're going to go over our, phase 4, week 1, day 2, strength and conditioning workout. Okay, so we got hip series 1 and shoulder series 1. You're going to see those on your PDF. And then we're into our metabolic resistance training circuit. So today is going to be kind of a different spin on this, on these resistance training circuits. We have 3 iso towel movements that are going to be implemented into this circuit, kind of offset with a bunch of high speed, high intensity movements, okay? So the first drill we're going to do is a fake med ball slam or a fake med ball throw. And just to confuse you guys, I'm going to use a plate instead of a med ball. So we're going to use some type of light object, doesn't really matter what it is, and for 10 seconds, we're going to be going up and down as fast as we can. Okay, our focus is on the change of direction. Okay, so the speed down, the speed up is just there to challenge your ability to then decelerate and change directions going back down or vice versa coming up. Once you complete your 10 seconds of your med ball fake throw, we'll go into a 40-second rest before moving on to our iso towel RDL. So this RDL will be with both legs. Okay, so bilateral. And in our previous phase, we did an iso towel pull where our butt was down and our chest was up, right? That's gonna be much more like a squatting position, okay? Kind of more quad dominant and a little bit more knee bend. With this drill, we're gonna do just a true hinge. So my hips are going back, my knees will have very little bend in them. And you can see I'm kind of working my hands down low so I can get into this bottom hinge position. And then for 10 seconds, I'm pulling through the towel. Okay, now on either end of those iso holds, it's important to give yourself a brief ramp up in tension and then a brief ramp down in tension. So a second or two to kind of build up and then a second or two to cool off. If you just go from 0 to 100, it really increases the opportunity for injury, okay? All right, so after that, we are into our side shuffle shuttle. So we're gonna set up cones 3 yards apart, so a little bit shorter than what we did in yesterday's workout. And we're just gonna shuffle. There is 1, back is 2, and we're just going for 10 seconds, okay? Really, this is gonna, the shortness of this interval is gonna highlight how well you're changing directions. Not necessarily how fast you get there, but how quickly can you come back, okay? So we've got that, then we'll be back into an iso towel drill. Okay, this one will now, it's gonna be a very similar position, but now it's gonna be an upper body focus. So both feet are gonna be on my towel, okay? And now what I'm gonna do is in this hinge position, I'm gonna pull my elbows back. And now instead of trying to stand up, I'm just trying to rip the towel in this rowing position, okay? So I'm gonna pinch my shoulder blades, pull up on the towel, and going for 10 seconds. Okay, should be a distinct difference in where you're feeling that movement. The first one is a hip drill. The second one is an upper back drill. After we're done with the towel row, we have 2 up, 2 back. This will be with our feet. Okay, so we do not want to use a platform for this. Okay, I just want you guys to find a line, any old line, and for 10 seconds, you're just stepping over and back on that line, okay? Bend your knees a little bit, sink your hips, okay? That will aid in your ability to move those feet quickly, okay? Then our next movement, iso towel push-up. So, you know, a lot of us have been struggling on our positioning for this. It's important that this thing gets down just below your shoulder blades, and you have a towel, I'm using a blanket, that's long enough that you can get your hands out so your elbows can be in the correct positioning. We don't want to allow the towel to change the nature of our setup, okay? So, laying on the ground. Okay, in this bottom position, your shoulder blades should be somewhat retracted. Okay? Going to stiffen our legs, belly button's pulled in, and at the start of the interval, we're just driving up for 10 seconds. A little trick on that iso hold. As you're pushing into the towel, if the inside edge of your hand starts to come off the ground, it's going to decrease the amount of tensioning that you feel in your body. So, as you push up against the towel, you also have to push down into the ground with your hand. Okay, and you'll notice that little change will make a profound effect on how you feel this movement. Okay? And then our final drill for the day is a high plank tuck jump, or tuck jack, excuse me. So be in our push-up position. Okay, and for 10 seconds, I'm just going to be jumping forward and back. Now the goal here is as my knees come forward, I don't want my butt to shoot up. Okay, I'm going to stay relatively low, forward and back. Okay, going for 10 seconds. So we're going to work our way through that circuit for three rounds. Okay, moving down the list one after another. Okay, so again, 10 seconds on, 40 seconds off for 3 rounds. Your cool down today, or your iso finisher for today, is going to include 3 different movements. So we have a Copenhagen side plank. Again, these iso finishers are meant to function as a cool down, so these shouldn't be super high intensity. Okay, so that kind of puts the onus on you as the athlete to find the right variation of each of these drills that will allow you to feel the movement or the hold in the areas we want, but not, be overly fatiguing, okay, or overly challenging. So to that point, I'm going to do my Copenhagen with my top knee bent at 90 degrees and my bottom knee. Okay? From here, once I'm ready, I'm going to lift this bottom leg and we're holding for 45 seconds. Okay? So I'll do 45 on one side before going into 45 on the other. After that, we're into an iso prone T-raise. Laying on your stomach, thumbs to the ceiling. Remember, the priority is shoulder blades pinching first, and then we're only going to lift our hands so that they're in line with our torso, okay? It'll look just like this. Okay, again, you should feel that around your shoulder blades. If you're feeling it in the front of your shoulders, we need to make sure that our positioning is correct through our shoulder blades during the hold. And then the final movement, iso half kneeling T-spine rotation. We're just going to twist and hold for 60 seconds. Okay, so hands behind our head, elbows wide, glutes on, abs on. Okay, and we're going to twist and we're just belly breathing for 60 seconds. Okay, 60 on one side before switching into 60 on the other. And once you guys are done with the iso finishers, you are done with day 2. Good work.